All right, so how to build a successful digital marketing agency. This is coming from someone who has a 7-figure a year agency. I started in this game 4 or 5 years ago. I've literally went from flat broke to making 6 figures a year, and now the agency makes 7 figures a year in revenue. So yeah, there's three key things that you need to know, you need to nail in order to actually run a successful digital marketing agency and scale that up to 7 figures or even 6 figures. Before we get into the three things though, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment if you have any questions, any kind of content you want to see. Okay, so the first thing is digital marketing agency. First of all, what even is that? Basically, you are offering some kind of marketing service, which is going to be more obviously online focused because it's digital, and you're selling that to businesses, okay? Ideally rich businesses. We don't want to mess around with poor clients, people that don't have the money to pay for expensive things. We only want to be selling expensive things to rich people. You're going to have a much better time, a much happier time running this business if you are selling expensive things to rich people and helping rich people solve their problems, right? Don't waste time on low income clients that don't make any money and can't pay you that much. Do not focus on those. Focus on rich clients. That's what we like, because we can charge big numbers, we can sign them up to long-term deals, and we can basically secure the bag a lot easier with rich clients than we can poor clients. So that's the first thing you need to know. But really, with the first of the three things that I was going to talk about is you need to have a solid client acquisition system. So you need to have a method for consistently getting Zoom calls, sales calls booked with these rich clients, okay? If you don't have that, you have no business, okay? If you don't have a way of actually acquiring clients, of getting in front of people that are qualified, that can pay for what you're selling, you're not going to be able to scale up an agency. You're not going to be able to sign any clients. I've done some videos before on how to sign your first client. If you've never done that before, you should go check that out. I've also done videos on the best kind of methods for getting clients organically, but I'll give you a bit of a brief summary right here. You should be hammering cold emails, sending thousands of cold emails every single day. There's tools that you can use to automate that. Set it up so that you don't really have to do a whole lot. Just get the leads from a database, plug them into a cold email sending tool, write your script, and basically hit the start button and send out those emails. That's the gist of that. Send thousands of cold emails every single day to qualified leads that you find from your lead database, and you will be getting interested replies. Obviously, you have to tweak it as you go. You have to experiment with different subject lines, different scripts. You have to make sure your offer's on point. But that's the first pillar of running a successful marketing agency: client acquisition. You need a solid way of getting calls booked. So send cold emails. You can send cold DMs. It's not as good as cold email, but cold DMs can still work. Cold call businesses. That's how I got my first ever high ticket client that was paying me $3,000 a month. I cold called him. I connected with him on a networking social media platform called Alignable. He had his number on his profile. I called him up. I booked him in for a call. 3-4 calls later, I closed him for $3,000 a month, selling Facebook ad services. So cold email, cold DM, cold call. And the best one, which will take a little bit longer to do, but you should be building some kind of personal brand that's going to give you inbound leads using short form videos. It's going to be a little bit harder than the other ones, but if you really want to take this thing serious and grow this long term, you need to be starting up some kind of personal brand. The second pillar of running a successful digital marketing agency is actually getting your clients results. So a lot of people don't want to hear this, and a lot of people feel like they might not be able to get clients results because they've never, offered this service before. They're a complete beginner. But you really need to have an understanding of what it is that you're trying to sell people. If you can't deliver the service yourself, then even if you hire a freelancer or somebody on your team to do it for you, you don't know if they're going to be doing a good job. And if they aren't doing a good job, you don't know how to troubleshoot it and how to improve what they're doing. So first of all, you should study the skill that you're selling. So whether you're selling email marketing or TikTok ads or content creation or conversion rate optimization or ghostwriting, whatever, you need to know how to do it yourself in order for your clients to get good results. If you don't know how to do anything yourself, then you should find somebody who's really good at it and you should partner with them. You should say, hey, look, let's go 50-50. I'll do all the marketing and sales, you do the service delivery. So then you're the person who gets the calls, you're the person who closes the client, and then the person you've partnered with 50-50, they will do all the service delivery and get results. But you should partner with somebody who's already good at what they do and has existing case studies from a couple clients. They just have a problem with, they just struggle to sign new clients. And that's where you're gonna come in. Alternatively, you can also just find a freelancer online whose service you can kind of white label. You can basically take, their case studies and then pitch clients, and then you pay the freelancer to deliver on your behalf. I don't really like this. This model is called drop servicing. You see a lot of gurus, teach people how to do that. Like Iman Gadzhi, I believe, teaches people how to do that. But I don't think it's a very good model. It might be good for getting your first 1 or 2 clients, but in the long term, realistically, it's not going to be good because you can't really control the quality of the work, and you're not going to be able to really keep that client for long term. So yeah, ideally you get good at the skill yourself, you partner with somebody who's really good at this, good at the skill of delivering, and you deliver a really good product to your clients, because that's ultimately what's going to keep your client around for a long time, a really long time. The third pillar of a successful agency, and not many people are talking about this. A lot of people, this is how you can tell the difference between a legit agency person and not. You need to have a high customer lifetime value. And what that means is you keep clients on for a long time and you're able to upsell them other services, or you can take a percentage of the money that you make them, of the revenue that you're making for these guys. So if you sign a client for 2, 3, 4, 5K a month or whatever, you keep them on for a few months, and then you say, hey, look, I see an opportunity where, you could be making a lot more money if we just start implementing this other thing that we also just happen to offer, and that's going to cost an extra, X amount of money, 2, 3, 4, 5K, or a percentage of revenue. So you need to be also being able to upsell these offers to your clients, because you need to increase the customer lifetime value so you can have less clients and make more money. That's what we want. We don't want to be working too much. We don't want to be working too hard. But less clients, more money, which means you need to have a higher lifetime value of a client. Each client needs to be paying you a lot of money. Also, what you need to be doing is getting clients on longer term deals, okay? So if you get a client on a monthly retainer, and after some time you say, okay, let's say you have like a minimum contract agreement of like 3 months. Then after the end of the 3 months, you could be like, yo, I'll bump down the monthly price by a little bit, like maybe 10 or 15, 20% or whatever, or you can increase it a little bit by including other services, and then say, but I'll bump it down if you agree to a 6-month contract or a 12-month contract. And then, if you're good at pitching and you're good at what you're doing and they were going to stay on with you anyway, then this is a really good way to get 6 to 12 months of money up front, or get paid in quarterly installments. And this is like a secret hack that not a lot of agency owners are teaching. And this is a really good way to actually increase the valuation of your business. So if you're wanting to sell an agency, which will come, a lot further down the line, then you need to have a high customer lifetime value, really good retention rate. You need to have everything delegated, which is another video I'll get into. And that's what buyers look for. They look for low churn, high customer lifetime value. Your retainers are secured, meaning you have contracts that make sure the money is safe, so they're not just buying, a book of business that could disappear tomorrow. And for your own safety, your own comfort as well, you're securing your income for another year. So it's better to always have longer term deals. So the pillars of growing a successful digital agency: 1, client acquisition, run your cold emails, etc. 2 is delivering results. You have to deliver results. Nothing else will work if you don't have results. You're just going to churn and burn clients if you can't actually deliver what you're selling them on. And the third thing is high customer lifetime value. Upsell your clients, get them on long-term deals, get a percentage of their revenue. You need to be making a lot of money for every client that you have. And those are the 3 pillars. If you like this, like the video, subscribe. If you have any questions about what I talked about here, I respond to literally every comment. So drop a comment and I will answer you. See you in the next one.